No matter how much you hate on someone, it is never going to make your life any better.
Yes! What's up, players? What's going on, Zen Dude Nation? This is Dan Whitmer, your co-host of the Zen Dude Fitness Podcast. I am, of course, with my other co-host, Mr. Brandon Epstein. They call you Zen Master Ep, is that right?
Some people do.
Some people do.
I am so honored when they do, because it means that I'm sharing some wisdom, which of course isn't mine. It's everyone's wisdom.
It's everybody's.
I'm just a conduit from time to time. Like, a lot of times hating is like almost unconscious because we're consuming it in the media. We're hearing people like just talk smack in the media. Our social circle, our friends are doing it. And then we started doing it. We're like, man, have you seen that thing? It's like super whack. And you're like, wait a minute, why am I being a hater right now? Because the only person that ultimately hurts is you.
I agree, my brother. So where do you want to start in terms of, we have some stuff written down here that we want to go over with you guys. And
very prepared for this episode.
Oh, dude, because hating is a very uncool thing that not only does hating stop people, not only is hating just, it's mean, hating's mean, but it stops a lot of people who could be doing really awesome shit from doing that awesome shit because they're too afraid, and they're afraid of failure. They're afraid of what people are going to say about them. And yes, we wrote down a bunch of stuff, but like, do you want to first talk about like what is a hater? Like, what defines a hater? Was that the first one?
Yeah, it's a good place to start the conversation.
I want to hear you talk about it.
A hater is someone who is talking negatively about who you are, who someone else is, what actions they're taking, basically just talking negative about anything outside of yourself. And so like, it's really doing it in a way that is completely, in most cases, like unsolicited. It's just unnecessary, you know? Like, for example, like people who hate, and we're going to get into this later, someone who hates Justin Bieber.
Man, I hate that fool.
Like, most people don't know him.
Bieber.
And they just consume whatever they see that he does in the media, and they create these huge like ideas in their mind of like, oh, this is who this dude is. And it's like, we're going to talk about this later, but that's an example of a hater. Someone who just like talks smack about someone for no reason other than probably trying to build themselves up.
Yeah, and it comes across as hate. These people can also be known as trolls. You know, when you put something online and they're like, man, that shit's stupid. It's like, I didn't ask for your opinion, but thank you.
Hey.
Yeah.
So I think we kind of structured a cool way to have this conversation there. We want to talk about the 3 types of hating, and there's a couple polarities to each one that really can sabotage your own happiness and your ability to live a good life. And so the first one is like hating in the media, man.
Dude, that's probably the biggest place that we see it. On the interwebs, my dude, like that's where a lot of hating takes place. And specifically, so we got Bieber. So why don't we use, like, one that I like to use is LeBron James.
Yeah.
Hit LeBron James?
Oh, for sure.
We just did a YouTube video about LeBron James. And I have a few buddies, close buddies, who are like, yo, sorry, that's not their voice. Hey, Dan, I hate LeBron James.
Is that closer to their voice?
Yeah. Actually, maybe like in between that.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I can't do it.
We all have our guy voice and our girl voice when we're doing impersonations. Just rock it out, man.
Okay, yo, Dan. Yo, I hate LeBron James, man. He's a fool. And he sucks at basketball. So, I think this one it's the same thing when people are like, yo, I hate Kobe Bryant. Or I think, you know, you get the occasional, I hate Michael Jordan. And the first thing, like growing up as a kid, man, I'm not saying that I've never been a hater. That's ridiculous. Of course I've been a hater. We've all been haters. But growing up as a kid, I remember like my friend, Tom Brady's another great one.
Oh, yeah.
My friends would be like, oh, man, I hate that guy. He sucks. He's terrible. And I'd be like, I'm so confused because he's awesome and attractive. And he's got a hot wife. And
he seems to be doing really well.
He's like the opposite of everything you just said. And I didn't understand that it came from a place of insecurity. But LeBron's a great example because people are like, I always find it funny when people try to argue against LeBron James's game. I'm like, dude, he's 6'8", 250, incredibly fast. He scores shitloads of points a game and has, oh, by the way, just as many rebounds and assists. So, like, what? like he's one of the best players to ever play the game. That's not even like an argument. It is a fact based off his numbers alone. And I just find it interesting that people are like, yeah, dude, no, but like LeBron James can't shoot. I'm like, well, he can do something because he scores 35 points a game. You know, I don't think it's fair to LeBron.
No, so here's the thing. I think what we do like in mass media is we put people on like a pedestal. Like they're supposed to be better than us. Like we're all human beings. And this is what happens. This is why mainstream media like hates. We all want to be like, oh, like I'm not living a successful life like this person. Like I'm not as athletic as LeBron James. I'm not as good of a singer as like Justin Bieber. Like I'm not as talented as this person. So the media wants to come up with like this like story around like how this person's flawed. It's like, yeah, of course they're flawed. Like we're all like messed up in our own ways and we're all just human beings doing the best we can here.
Totally.
And I think it's what the media does, man. Like I did a quick Justin Bieber Google search, nothing else, just Justin Bieber. It's like the first couple things that pop up are Selena Gomez likes video of Justin Bieber promising to look out for her, missing her ex. Justin Bieber looks worse for wear after fight breaks out at Briss after party. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah. You know, leave that fucking guy alone. Justin Bieber is awesome, has great music, a great voice, and oh, by the way, tons of money and can pretty much get whatever girl he wants. Stop hating on him.
It's so easy. And like the main thing around like media is what they do is like why we all do this, right? We are threatened by this person. They scare us because we're like, whoa. Like this person is doing that. Like there must be something messed up. They must be cheating. They must be doing it in some unethical way. Like they must be really messed up because like, you know, us normal people, like we don't live lives like that.
Yeah. You can't be 21 years old and like have a Ferrari and cool tattoos and perfect hair. Like, screw you, man. You know?
It's true, man. And it's we're going to get into this later when we talk about like different types of haters, but it's just a reminder, I think, for a lot of people of like unlived success, like uncapitalized potential. Because we're all unlimited. Like we could all do amazing things. Maybe you're not going to be able to sing as good as Justin Bieber or play basketball as well as LeBron James. But if you're on that level of achieving absolute greatness, you don't hate on other people who are on that level and say like, that person's dumb.
It's a great example. Like, dude, you think Carmelo Anthony's like, man, I hate LeBron James. No, he's like, I'm pretty awesome myself. So LeBron and I hang out a lot.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if you have that inside of like, if you're doing, I just think of it as if you're doing awesome shit, you don't have time and energy to hate on someone else's stuff. You're too busy doing your stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
So true. And so the first thing I want to remind you guys to do is just detox from haters. Please detox from like the media of hating. Like don't ever go to like TMZ or like any of those gossip blogs or websites. Don't listen to gossip radio. Don't watch those shows because like as much as you want to be like, oh, this is just like entertainment for me, it's also just like permeating your being. And you're going to talk about that gossip with another person. And then you're both like being haters together and it fuels it. And it's like, oh, I get a little dopamine release because I'm talking shit about someone. And like,
yeah,
you know,
especially when someone else validates it. Like your buddy's like, yeah, that guy's face is messed up. You know, like Justin Bieber, he's got blonde hair. He looks like a douche. And then you're like, yes, he does. Like builds, you know?
It does. And so just please like detox from all of this. Detox and understand that like if you become someone who's like in the media in a big way, you'll see that like you're going to get hated on and you're going to be like, wait a minute, this is actually really dumb. Like I'm just trying to like do my best in life and like create cool stuff and people are just hating on me. And I think like a good example.
Oh yeah, this is awesome. Brandon put out an article about how you don't need to eat breakfast. We weren't saying that like stop eating it altogether. We were just giving a side of the story, basically talking about you don't need to eat breakfast and there are some benefits to not eating breakfast. And yo, the hate was alive.
And like, it's crazy, man. All right, Kate Manuel.
Read it.
The quote unquote author of this.
We're reading the comments.
The comments
from the blog
from
post.
the article I wrote.
Yeah. I forgot. We got to like give them context. This is our first show, okay? Like chill. Okay? Right. You're going to get better.
Anyhow, so she says the quote-unquote author of this article is so fucking uneducated, it's ridiculous. If you knew anything about goddamn nutrition in the human body, you would know that eating proper breakfast allows you to function like a normal human being, even if you wake up super early in the morning.
Brandon's dumb as fuck.
And, dude, there's just so many of these. It's over and over again. This is terrible advice. this is a bullshit article with little or no truth, even though everything was cited by scientific facts and linked out to it.
Can I just stop you right there? Dude, okay. I'm not saying like, dude, we are all victims of hating. This is not like a self-righteous, oh, I've never done this. Of course I have. But like I've hated on things. But I will say, I have never commented on an article and been like, yo, dude, this is the dumbest fucking thing I ever read, like burn in hell. Like like some of the ways that people, I feel like I want to respond back and be like, yo, dude, like I'll give you a hug. Do you just need some love? Like that was so mean.
Yeah, people are really, and the interesting thing is like when you do respond back in like a loving way, and we're going to talk about how to deal with haters later, but when you do respond back unconfrontationally, like people are usually very receptive. They're like, oh, like, so you mean you're just like me? Like I wrote this article and it went viral. So a lot of people saw it. So they put me on like this pedestal of like someone who like is in the media now, who like they could just like take stabs at, and I'll probably never see it. But the truth is, it's like, we're all just human beings doing the best we can. And if you relate to someone like that way and like say, hey, I'm just like you. Like I just wrote an article based off some like science I found. People are like, oh, that's it. And dude, I come into that all the time. Like, and I think you and I together, probably just being like a couple like dudes who look similarly, we hear a very common theme on like Periscope or on our different channels. Like people love to call us gay. And there's like two parts that are fucked up about this.
All right, we have something to tell you guys.
Well, no, the first part that's fucked up is that like that's still a thing. Like the fact that people are using like homosexuality as like a hate. And I think that's like the lowest, weakest thing you could do is like try to classify people who like, you know, dudes who like other dudes or girls who like other girls as like an insult, which is just the most ignorant thing you can do.
Well, I think but also I think like people like actually do think we're gay.
Yeah,
you know what I
maybe.
mean?
I think it's part of it.
For sure.
But like, you know, if they thought we were straight, they wouldn't comment and go, oh, you guys are totally straight dudes.
Yeah, that's
look at
true.
you straight dudes. Instead, they're like, oh, look at you fags.
Yeah,
you know? And it's like, dude, that's like one of the things that like I can't even like comprehend. And like a lot of people still use this as an insult versus like, you know, 50 years back, like someone like might drop the M-bomb on you. And now it's like, that's like, whoa, that's too much. And I think we'll be there very soon in society where we don't do that anymore.
I hope so.
But it's like anything. It's like someone commenting, and this is like most of the hating that goes on like Justin Bieber or like any successful, good looking like actor or musician, you know, they like call the person gay. And it's like the most ignorant, just low thing you could do. Cause that's like saying, hey dude, like you totally have brown hair.
Dude, wouldn't it be great if there was a show that when someone made a hateful comment, it showed like it was the actuality of what they were thinking, and like so if someone was hating on LeBron, they're like, look at that guy, fucking douche, he's ripped and he's got like $50 million. What an idiot, man! His wife is so hot, and they're just like, people are just on there like, man, Justin Bieber, what a tool, nice car, bro. He's got a Ferrari.
Nice Ferrari. Oh, how many platinum albums do you have? Wait, how many girls, how many models do you sleep with? What a loser.
Dude, maybe we should have like, no, off topic. Just kidding. Someone should make that show though. Like the opposite hating show.
Oh yeah, it should be. Cause like all of it's coming from like insecurity. If like, whenever someone gets hated on, it's like, oh, like the breakfast thing, it was like, oh my God. I have been eating breakfast my whole life.
Yeah. And
you're going to tell me that this is maybe not the best thing I could be doing. It's like, instead of like actually becoming self-aware, it's just fuck you.
Definitely.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Don't you ever say that to me.
Well,
and it's so much easier.
Yeah. Well, you made the point, like hating to me is just insecurity. Like whenever you have a thought of like, cause I even catch myself sometimes when I'm like, I want to be like, oh man, like that's stupid. I'm like, why are you saying that? Why are you thinking that, Dan?
Yeah.
Like, are you jealous? Are you mad at that person? And that's really what it is. Like anytime someone's like, you know, screw this, screw that guy's this way, that girl's that way. It's literally, now when I hear people say stuff like that, I just kind of go, especially when someone's talking to me, I'm kind of like, oh, okay. Like, oh, you're not cool with yourself, are you? Like there's some shit like buried in there that you got to get figured out.
And I think, but the thing is, like, most people aren't at the state of like awareness that you are, where you can have that self-doubt. Most people go, you don't like me? Like, what did I do? Which is messed up because it's like, dude, you didn't do anything. Like, this person just has like issues. But usually when we get hated on, we're just like, oh, like, you know what? I wrote a blog post and like people don't like it. I should probably never do that again because obviously people don't like it and I'm not good enough.
For sure. Yeah. So tying in like the fact that that's a part of this conversation about how hating is not just like, we're not just telling you to stop hating because it's damaging to yourself. It's messed up and it ruins other people from letting their true abilities out into this world. Like how many people, I mean, dude, again, like we are these people. Like I came from a place of being afraid for a portion of my life because I cared what other people thought. And if someone was like, Dan, you really care what other people think, I'd be like, no, I don't. Like I don't.
Not at all.
I don't even care. Yeah. Like it's not even a thing. But I totally did. And that holds some of the best talents. It holds the best people down. And that sucks.
It does. There's so much like untapped potential. Like, so really to disengage from this, like the first step in this process is disengaging from commenting and hating on things. Like don't go on Reddit or on Facebook and start hating on things as like an anonymous person or just in general. Like stop consuming other people's hate. Like you don't need any more of that in your life. I promise you there's enough people who are going to say toxic things in real life that you don't need to consume that on the internet.
Yeah, you don't need to be one of those people. Although what's messed up though, totally admit this, sometimes I write negative things, not hating, but like negative things on Reddit because you get more points. It's kind of fucked up. You get like put to the top if you tell someone like a 2-word answer like, I don't know, man. Like someone writes a big long post about their weight and you're like, fuck you. And then you're like, upvoted best. You're like, best
thing I've ever heard.
But no, that's just, it's, you know,
we want to get to a place where we can transcend that. And I think it comes from the individuals. Yeah. Like, so, all right. So that's the biggest thing, right? Get off the media in general. Stop hating.
Stop hating.
Just because someone is doing something that is foreign to you or is uncomfortable to you, like it doesn't have to mean it's bad and you don't have to hate on it. Did I hit something?
Yeah. The foreign thing.
There's
There's another, oh, dude, yeah, fuck yeah, B.
And that's why people get so threatened, right? It's like, oh, you're gay. Well, I'm not. So that's fucking scary. Or, oh, like you are touring the world, like doing concerts. Like, well, I'm afraid to even like talk like at the dinner table with like 6 people.
For sure, man. Well, the foreign thing I also think about is like the weird. When someone says that's weird, like when, the way that you choose to live your life is weird. The way that you dress is weird. The way, like how I conceptualize that now is when I hear someone say something's weird, I'm just like, oh, you just don't fully understand it. And it's not how you live your life. And like saying someone's weird, especially to like younger people, that's a very hurtful thing.
Oh, for sure.
But like in reality, saying something's weird to me just means like, oh, you're not used to that in your environment because your environment is typically made up of, this kind of job, this kind of life, right, this kind of friend group. So when something from outside comes in, it just means that you are not used to it. Doesn't mean anything's wrong with it, but
it's just foreign.
It's foreign,
for sure. So that's what I want to get into. And that leads very well into like the second part of this, right? And it's like learning to detox from haters in your own circles. Like your family, your friends, like I love my friends that like I grew up with, but little or no contact with like a lot of them because like a lot of the conversations are negative and it's just like that person sucks. This person like isn't good enough for whatever reason. This person's stupid. It's like, it's just, it seeps into your being. Like it's true. You are the sum of the 5 people around the most. So if people around you are hating all the time, like you are going to take that on.
So true.
And you're also not going to feel good, right? You're going to walk around and you're going to carry around that like negative energy with you throughout the day. And there's actually a lot of science that backs this up, man. Any of you guys, I talk about this, I think a few times on the show, but you need to read the book Biology of Belief by Bruce Lipton.
I haven't read that yet.
He talks about like how like the thoughts you have seep into your cells. Like it really does have an effect and it will make you sick. It will make you more stressed. It will make you feel bad.
Yeah, so if you hate on people, you're going to get the flu and die. I mean, maybe not die, but you might get the flu, so don't hate.
Seriously, man. And someone might be like, well, I have a grandma and, she's like 105 and she was the grumpiest lady ever. Cool, that's that anecdotal stuff is like really cool, but think about your own life and reflect right now. Like when you're around a bunch of people hating for a while, like do you leave feeling good? Or how do you feel when you're around, a group of people who are being super positive and like building each other up? Oh, you leave being like, you know what? Like I feel pretty good right now. I'm kind of feeling myself.
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
And that's why everyone loves like the super positive person who builds other people up. Like, hey man, dude, that's a sick shirt. You're like, you walk around the rest of the day, you're like, shit, I got a cool shirt on, huh?
Except if it's the person who always is doing that, then it's kind of annoying. Someone's like, I love your hat, your shirt, your socks, your pants, your shoes. Bye. I'm like, bro, no.
It's got to be authentic.
It's got to be authentic.
For sure.
Authenticity up in that comment.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Dan, do you have experience of like a social circle or even like family or like situations you get put in where you're like, wow, like all these people are just like being really negative about things that they just don't understand. There's really no reason to just talk negatively about.
Yeah. Well, like I wouldn't call this necessarily, some people hate without knowing it. So for example, I'm still super tight with a lot of the dudes I grew up with, but what happens is when a lot of people know you as this young person, right? And they know you as this like, Dan's like this, and he's a good kid and he got good grades in school and he's going to get a good job and like do what he's supposed to. So then like when I when I finally was okay with telling people, when I was finally okay being myself, it happened later in life than most people, if they like find that out when they're like 10, for me, it was later. So I think there's a lot of the reason people, it's not necessarily like harsh hating, but kind of like, dude, why do you dress like that now? Like, Dan, why do you hip hop dance? Like, why do you like that was a part of me since I was like 5 years old, but I wasn't okay like admitting that because I grew up in an environment where a lot of the stuff that I'm into and my style like wasn't celebrated, So like now a lot of those people might look at me and so, just make a comment or be like, dude, like, bro, your hair, like you look like a douche or like, and anything it might be. And I think that, I think a lot of people struggle with that, especially people who want to do something big with their life. Because if you are someone who's doing something big, then there's this like the people who aren't are kind of like clawing, like, man, like everyone has that friend who makes them feel bad for not calling them, and it's like, dude, you could just call me, like I would answer. But it's like, nah, like, man, you moved away and like I'm just here not doing anything. And I'm like, well, why don't you just do something? So I think it's just that desire of wanting things not to change, which can result in hate. And that's probably the closest example I have.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of times it's just like ignorance. Like there's a lot of hating that happens out of ignorance. Like, oh, I don't understand it. Like we said earlier, there's like people who are like, I really don't like that because I feel strongly threatened and intimidated by what's going on. And there's a lot of people who are just like, I don't understand that. I don't like it. And I've seen that like many times, like here living in Colombia, the culture of like, like you're supposed to eat like what your family eats. So if you want to get on a health and fitness tip and you want to start like eating a certain way, people are like, tell them about
tell them about the Sancocho. Tell them about like a time that happened.
Well, I mean,
I'm just all about examples, bro.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like nothing like super hater-esque.
Yeah.
But like I hear about it. So like a girl we know like went vegan and she's a Colombian girl and her parents are just like, oh, what is wrong with you? Like, are you okay? Like, they're like, you must have something really wrong with you because you're not eating beef anymore. Like, you've got a problem. And like, she's like as healthy as she's ever been. Like, she looks way better, more vibrant, happier. But because it's outside the norms of this family structure, it gets hated on. It's not like, hey, like, fuck you type hating. It's like, hey, like, I'm really concerned for you. Like, you obviously are doing something that's like not healthy. Like, are you okay? And sometimes that's even worse because you're like, people are really like threatening your identity with like the life choices that you're making. And like, you're doing like healthy, good things for you.
Dude, the drinking, how many people struggle with, like, this could be an entirely different episode. Mm-hmm. How many people struggle with, like, I've given up drinking here and there. I, drink less than I did in college, but I still drink now. But I know many people that don't drink, and I've seen those people go through so much shit of like, oh man, like, oh dude, you're not gonna you're not gonna have 10 beers with me on like a Monday. You suck. Like you are a terrible friend.
Yeah.
And that's messed up. It's like, dude, alcohol is poison. But people want to find ways when people are doing something good. It comes back to the insecurity. It's like, I know that's bad for me, but I want to drag you here with me because I want to feel good about it.
I dealt with that so much in college. Like, I didn't drink that much in college. Like, I did a bunch
I drank a lot.
I did a bunch of drugs and like drinking and stuff when I was in high school. And so by the time I got to college, like, I did like normal thing, like getting, hammered sometimes on the weekends, but like I wasn't the dude who wanted to like, throw back a 6-pack on a Thursday or just like random days. Cause I was like, I'm trying to like be healthy. Like I meditate. I was into all that stuff in college, like being mindful, conscious.
Yeah. You got on that track early, man. I wish I would have, I'm grateful that I have it now, but that would have been super helpful when I was drinking like 15 beers on a Thursday.
For sure. But it's like, your friend group's like, yo man, what is like, why don't you like us? Like, why would you, like, they look at you like, why would you do that to us? Mm-hmm. Like, we're your friends and you won't drink with us, man. And it's funny because like that stuff like permeates into later in life. And what I've noticed is people who are more conscious and evolved, like they actually, like that thing doesn't exist anymore. But you still see 50-year-olds, even here in Colombia, like when I used to date my girlfriend here, like I go out to like some family event and they'd be like, they would think badly of me if I didn't want aguardiente, which is like the shots of like black licorice liquor that I do.
Come on, this is going to put a hole in your liver. Yeah, like why don't you want this?
Exactly. So I think a lot of times like, the media will just do blatant hating and just be mean and just stupid. But a lot of times in your social circles, the hating is very like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's very subtle, right? It's more like, oh, I'm concerned about you, or like there's something wrong with you. And so it's a very subtle, but you still need to recognize in that and be like, okay, this person maybe loves me or cares about me, but I can't hang out with them because like they're sabotaging the way I view myself in the direction that I want to take my life.
For sure. Dude, it's huge, man. It is huge. Hating is not cool, guys. You're just hurting yourself. And also, we kind of touched on this, but like you are what your thoughts are. You are this big, everything that happens throughout your day, your thoughts control that. And if 50% of your thoughts are these negative, hateful things that you have to say about other people, then all you're doing is spending headspace. You're wasting headspace thinking of like, I'm going to like later on tonight at the barbecue, I'm going to tell everybody there that Justin Bieber's dick is tiny. And everyone's going to be like, yes,
it totally is. I knew it.
Exactly. And
have you seen that naked picture of Bieber?
Yeah.
Have you seen his dick?
Yeah. I thought it was a pretty decent dick.
I haven't seen it.
It's decent.
Nice.
Good dick, Biebs.
Yeah. So this leads us into the final thing we wanted to share with everyone today. It was like detox from being a hater yourself. And like, I'm still guilty. Like, I don't know why, but sometimes I'll be at the gym and I'll see some dude looking at me and like, I'll have some dialogue in my head like, what are you looking at? And I'm like, what is wrong with you?
I have that problem too.
Why would you ever think that?
Do you ever, so one thing that I notice controls this, the music you're listening to. When I'm listening to A$AP Rocky, which I love and listen to a lot, I notice that I'm like, you like how I dance in the gym? Sure. You like that shit? Or do you, don't come over and try and use my machine. But if I have like a nice EDM, like Avicii song on, I'm like,
what's up,
do you want to work out with me? I'm Dan. Who are you? Like, I want to get to know you. It's okay.
It's not. Dude, we just become best friends.
We need to insert a picture of Will Ferrell. I'm gonna cut this, and right when you said, "Did we just become best friends?"
Can we just cut to the clip? I don't know. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we could. We could totally do that.
Anyhow, so so we're guilty of it too. Like, we're human beings, but like the thing is that we try to work on all the time is being self-aware. And when I have those thoughts, I go, dude, why would you ever think that? Like you are no better than any other human on this planet. Like, everyone is the same as you. So like, why would you even have that like thought? And then I go, okay, well, like, hey dude, like, I love you, man. And so I give him some love, like, across the room. But it's not like I don't have that thought. But a lot of people just have that thought and they go, me against everyone.
For sure.
Fuck that guy, and that dude, and that girl. Look what she's wearing. Like, why would she even come to the gym like that? She looks so dumb. Look at that dude. Like, why would he wear that at the gym?
Dude, so true. The best way to, talking about detoxing too, My favorite Fight Club quote fits in here.
Insert.
Yes. Oh yeah, I'll put it up. So like, let's talk about clothing. That's a good example. When someone says, like, I don't like your style, I don't like the way you do this, I don't like the way you do that, like those shoes are stupid, whatever. That's just, and the person smiles. If anyone hates on you, the worst thing that can happen to a hater is when, dude, I love when like someone tries to make fun of you and you're just like, oh shit, like, oh man, you need a hug, bro. Or you keep doing it like more. Or like if you're like dancing in the middle of a room.
Yeah.
You know, that always happens. If there's no one dancing, I mean, we've seen this firsthand.
And then you got the dudes looking over like, what are these dudes doing? They look
These
so
guys are
dumb.
stupid. That guy's ponytail, he looks really dumb, and he's probably not going to sleep with anyone.
Look at these white guys.
Yeah, who do they think they are? And if you kind of just point at them and you're like, dude, get you. I know you're talking about me. Like, come on, dance with me, bro. Come on, let's go.
High 10.
Let's get it
Give
up.
it to me. Give it to me.
You know what I mean? Yes. High 10. I agree, though. And like, so the quote, the Fight Club quote, sorry, is there's, okay, I'm going to butcher this a little bit, but I'm going to get it. There's no better revenge. I do.
You want to look it up?
Nope. There's no better revenge than seeing someone live a happy fucking life. Can I get an amen?
Amen, my brother.
Like if you get hated on and you're like, I don't know, there's a big split between what people think about Kanye West, but Kanye West, whatever you think about him, and I used to be a big Kanye hater for the record. So whatever you think about him, he's still like, guys, I don't care. I'm going to run for president. And like, he's just like, yeah, I'm going to make a shoe that costs $1,000 and you guys are going to send me so many negative messages and it's just going to waste your time. I want to give it back to you, but you're too stupid.
Yeah, dude. And the biggest thing, man, is that like, no matter how much you hate on someone, like, it doesn't make your life any better. That's like the biggest thing.
Wait, explosion sound effect. Yeah.
It's so true, man. It's crazy because like you can ask someone like, hey man, like, why are you like, you know, saying bad things about that person or thing? And they'll just be like, well.
Yeah. All right, wait, let's do it again. Wait, Brandon. Wait. Okay. So say what you just said again. I'm gonna act like I'm just talking to you casually. You said, no matter how much you hate, it's not.
No matter how much you hate on someone, it is never gonna make your life any better.
Yes. So
like,
true.
There's never a situation
This might be my new
where you talk bad about someone else and you feel better or something in your life gets better. So it's really pointless. As much as someone be like, well, I'm hating on Kanye because he did this, this, and this. Yeah, Zuckerberg for $1 billion. Yeah, but...
Did he ask Zuckerberg for $1 billion?
He did.
Dude, he's a bold dude.
He's a bold dude.
Kanye, this is what you get. Kanye's bold.
But yeah, I mean, hating on him for doing that, like, it's a pretty ridiculous thing to do. It's pretty funny, but it doesn't make your life any better to like be like, these are all the flaws in his thinking, and these are all the reasons why he's messed up. And as much as people want to defend their hating too, sometimes they're like, this person is really bad. It's like, but that just perpetuates like bad feelings, and it's just like builds and it permeates your being, and you walk around carrying around that hate all day. Yeah. And you feel worse. So why?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense, man. Steve Harvey got a lot too. I was like, yo, he read someone's name wrong. Like, chill out on the guy. He's a human. He's messed up too.
Exactly. So I think there's like one thing we wanted to kind of close this conversation with, and that was talking about the fact that if you are getting hated on right now, you're probably doing something right.
Yes. Oh my God. Guys, thank you. It's just, there's so many people who run away from the hate. They run away from it. And honestly, the first time that we got hate,
lean into it.
Dude, we have some people have said some like seriously mean things when we're on Periscope with a lot of F words. And I'm like, I don't even know what to say to that because I feel that's so mean. But like, again, I want to give you a Periscope hug. But like, at the end of the day, guys, if someone is hating on you, you should be like, yes, because you're being noticed. That's what happens. I mean, this is a sheer numbers thing. If you have 2 million followers on YouTube, there's a very good chance, because we are all unique beings, we all like different stuff, there's a lot of us in the world, that a good portion of people are going to be like, you know what, I don't know these Zen Dude guys, but like, I hope they die tomorrow. Like, that's how it's going to be.
Yeah.
And you can't fight that.
100%. People are going to hate on you.
Embrace the hate.
You just got to lean into it, because like, we're not there as a society or as humankind yet where that doesn't exist. It does. So you gotta lean into it, and you just gotta give them love back, because like, when the best thing you could do beyond like, achieving more things is just like give someone love back. And it's just like, they have negative energy on their side now, and you're just living in love, which is like pretty awesome. Like, I'd rather live in love than like fire back. It's just like, oh, like I can choose to have two experiences. I can be a hater back and I could feel bad, or I could give love, and then I'm like, ooh, that's kind of good.
Well, and usually like, I feel that most people just want connection. They want to feel connected. So if you give them love back, they're going to be like, how many times we responded nicely to a hater and they're like, you know what, man, I wasn't really thinking when I said that. That was kind of mean. Like, you guys are like, thank you for putting up what
like the dude the other day on YouTube, right? The guy who commented on like the Chick-fil-A video.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's a great example. He was like, we had a guy, real quick, and then we should probably wrap it up. We had a guy that I shot this video talking about a new food at Chick-fil-A that's actually a decent, healthy option if you're on the go, like good nutrition-wise. And this guy was like, how dare you support Chick-fil-A and their anti-gay community, all that stuff. And I was like, he was like, dude, like, screw your whole brand, like take down these videos. I can't believe you would do that. And I was just like, that's a perfectly understandable way to react. I was like, if you watched the video or saw what I put, like watched the whole way through, I actually talk about how a lot of our clients are in the gay community and we support that community a lot. Mm-hmm. So that comment was unfounded. However, I understand your opinion and we appreciate you, voicing it. We appreciate you. And he was just like, I'm just like, I get turned off by when I see anything related to that company. And I could see the hurt coming out of him. And then I ended up bonding with him.
Yeah, it was just his pain. And then like, he gave you some love afterwards. He's like, you guys connected. So I think that's like an awesome example. And the way we want to end this conversation is just saying, the thing that we say like every time we have like deep conversations is that like, haters can't touch you when you know your own identity, right? The only reason like haters can touch you is if you don't know who you are or what you're trying to do, then you're going to be questioning. Someone's like, hey, like, what are you doing? Why are you eating that way? Like, why do you work out so much? Then you're going to be like, oh man, like, well, I guess like I'm doing something wrong. You're right. Maybe I should change my actions. But if you know who you are, you're like, boom, this is who I am. I know my identity. I know my plan.
Is that a sword?
Dude, that's just, I don't even know what this is. It just feels good. Right?
You can say whatever you want and I will swat it away.
Yeah. And so you're just like, I'm so confident and sure of who I am that I'm so certain of my plan that you can say whatever you want, but I'm on my path. And so I just have like these bumpers that just like push off any hate coming in. Cause it's like, I'm a horse with blinders. I know who I am. I know what I'm doing.
I love that, man. I think we can wrap up.
Let's wrap. Zen Dudes out.
Damn it. I timed it wrong. Yeah. Okay, seriously, we're done. Bye, guys.
So, one more thing. If you enjoyed this episode of the podcast or you enjoyed watching this video live on YouTube, go check us out at zendudefitness.com. We got a bunch of cool free stuff over there for you. And we also have a badass coaching program that we're super proud of because it really gets rid of all the confusion around like, how do I eat? How do I train? How do I shift my mind so I can actually stick with this program, which seems kind of daunting? We help you with all that stuff. So click on the coaching tab, apply to work with us, and we're going to get on a call, one-on-one call, diving into your goals. We can find out how to help you achieve them.